and today I'm doing a presentation to my specific biome, the tropical rainforest. As many of you know, the tropical rainforest of Amazon is perhaps one of the most well-known tropical rainforests in the world. It contains about half of the planet's species and also contains 70% of the world's carbon supply. It also has a constant supply of rain, of water, and sunlight. Right now it's facing deforestation, and I believe it is critical to save our natural rainforest from disaster. That is critical for our lives and others. I believe putting investment in a tropical rainforest is the best solution to solve global warming and other world problems. Now, the first thing is about the energy conservation. From energy conservation, start from primary producers. The sun and the carbon in the air can help the plants, the primary producers, to perform photosynthesis. The photosynthesis will make the plants to create food, and that's intaking energy from the air. But also, when they have the food, the plants will have to consume it, therefore having cellular respiration. The cellular respiration will cause some energy to go back to the air. Therefore, most energy are used, but some energy are lost. Next is secondary consumers. The secondary consumers is vital for energy transformation, as they first give off energy from respiration, but as they consume the primary producers, some energy is converted from the primary producers to the primary consumers. Then to the next level, it is perhaps the secondary consumers. The secondary consumer lost a lot of energy due to respiration, but also eats the primary producers. The primary consumers. Therefore, and the energy is lost due to respiration, but also some is transferred to the secondary consumer. In the end, the secondary consumers dies, and then when it dies, it will be decomposed by decomposers, such as fungi, like this mushroom. Now, the fungi will have to release some heat or energy due to cellular respiration, and when the decomposer dies, they'll create a pool of nutrients of energy that will be very good for the primary producers to use to perform photosynthesis. Therefore, the cycle will go again. Now, there are two different factors to create Amazon rainforest. One's abiotic, one is biotic. The abiotic is one of the key abiotic factors of Amazon rainforest, perhaps, is sunlight. As you can see, the rainforests are usually on the equator. While the Earth is tilted 90 degrees toward the sun, so while the equator is around here, then constantly the equator is facing constant sunlight. Therefore, that's the reason why the rainforest can receive constant sunlight, as the temperature of the rainforest annually is 27 Celsius, while the range is 2 Celsius, and the daily changes is also 2 Celsius. Another key component is perhaps rainfall. It's about 250 centimeters of precipitation per year and about 100 millimeters per month. There's high humidity along the tropical rainforest, and it is one of the reasons why primary producers can thrive in the tropical rainforest, because there's so much water, and water is essential to life. The reason why there's so much water are due to the fact that there was so much water around the tropical rainforest. When it evaporates, it goes into air, quickly becomes clouds, and quickly by the sunlight, it will start to rain. Now, what if one of our tropic level is removed? Let's say first, what if our primary producers are removed? Well, if our primary producers, then there won't be any food for the primary consumers. And without food for primary consumers, the primary consumer will just starve and die. And without any food for with most primary consumers dead, then the secondary consumer are unable to have any food. And therefore the secondary consumer will also die. And then there will be the decomposers. The decomposer at the beginning will be really happy because there's so many dead animals due to starvation. But in the end, there won't be any animals left for them to decompose. But basically, without the primary producers, there won't be any other life. Now, what if the secondary consumer is gone or removed from the tropic level? If that is so, then there will be outraged growth of primary consumer, while the secondary consumer, primary producer, but the secondary consumer will be unable to have any food, and therefore the secondary consumer will basically die off due to starvation. And then, the fungi will have decomposed, but in the end there won't be any other animals to decompose. The fungi will also die off. Now, what if we don't have any secondary consumer? Without any secondary consumer, then the outrage will be any control of the primary consumer. Without any control of primary consumer, the primary consumer will eat up all the primary producers. With no primary producers left, all the animals will basically starve to starvation again. And therefore there won't be any, and as I said before, there won't be any decomposed later too. So basically, each tropic level is very important for the ecosystem. And what if you don't have decomposers? Without decomposers, then some energy will just be left in the dead body. Will never be used by plants again, which is not very well for the plants because they need the nutrients to thrive. Now, what if we don't have any primary producers? Without any primary producers, the primary consumers will have no food. With no food, it means death. With no primary consumers, the secondary consumer will have no food. And with no food, they'll also mean death. And finally, for decomposers, at the beginning there will be so many dead animals, there will be so much decomposers, but in the end, there's completely no animal. The decomposers will also die off. But basically, if we do not have any vegetation, then the whole ecosystem will collapse. Therefore, vegetation is probably one of the most important part or aspect of the ecosystem. Well, yeah, as this is supposed to say, everything. Now, there are weaknesses and strengths about my tropical rainforest. One of its weaknesses is perhaps due to the fact that there will be so many animals that they have to depend on others. But that can also be a strength. One of the other weaknesses is perhaps just that due to the fact there's so much it needs constant supply of water and sunlight. I believe that to solve this problem we can just put it next to a river. The river supplying water and also creating electricity to produce artificial light. Well, the strength is that due to the fact even though there are so many animals dependent on each other, there are so many species, about 15 million species, 2 to 4 million of species. If one dies off, there are others that will replace it. But that is also this stores about 70% of the world's carbon. And in the end, I believe that it is better compared to other biomes such as the grassland or the mountains, because in the end, it stores more carbon, it has more animals. And as we say, our idea is to save the planet, and I believe putting investment into tropical rainforest is the best solution. Thank you very much.